Hello and welcome to Back to Best Era Football. This is the 1990 Buffalo Bills taking on the 1991 Atlanta Falcons. As you can see up top, both of these teams are 2-1 on the season here in Best Era Football. This is a kind of a surprise broadcast, as I was not anticipating having a window to put this on here on New Year's Eve, but we do have an opportunity, so we'll watch a nice game again between the 90 Bills and the 1991 Falcons. Both teams off to 2-1 starts, and both teams coming into this week trailing an undefeated team, as the 1984 Miami Dolphins and the 1996 Carolina Panthers are both 3-0. Here's a look at the running backs. Of course, Atlanta is more of a running back by committee, so Pegram is nowhere near Thurman Thomas in usage or effectiveness. We're in Atlanta. Atlanta, of course, has lost. Their one loss was to Green Bay when they turned the ball over 9 times. So I guess you can say when the Atlanta Falcons turn the ball over less than 9 times, they win the game. Out comes Chris Miller. You see 1 touchdown pass, 5 interceptions. I think 4 of those interceptions were in that one game against the Packers. But only 1 touchdown pass is concerning. But then again, his team is 2-1. Miller will turn and hand it off to Rozier, who gets the first carry of this one. Take a look at the offensive starters. You got Ken, Hoover, Dukes, Freilich, and Hinton are your offensive linemen. Pegram and Broussard to picture there. Andre Rison and Michael Ames are the very good receivers. And Bartuski is listed as the tight end. The Falcons, of course, in 1991 didn't use the tight end often, but in Madden 18 we certainly have to have a tight end, and they will use him because there's no playbook that will stop the tight end from going out in routes. There's a look at the defensive line of the Buffalo Bills. Linebackers Talley, Conlon, and Cornelius Bennett. Hagee and Smith are your safeties. Odoms and Jacksons are the corners. Of course, the Bills run a 3-4 defense. So you saw 4 defensive linemen there and 3 linebackers. It really should be 3 linemen and 4 linebackers is what you'll see most of the time from the Bills. Miller steps up like he's going to run, but then tosses it to Broussard, which is the better decision. Broussard comes up just short, though. And there's an injury to someone. They won't tell us who, but the Falcons quickly go 3 and out. And the Buffalo Bills will get their chance here. Both teams off to 2-1, which means they're both off to solid starts. Fullhage just got that punt away. Again, they're both out by a game, so the winner will go up to 3-1. And depending what happens in the rest of the division, might get to first place. Here's Jim Kelly comes out. He also has just the 1 touchdown pass, only 2 interceptions though. 463 yards after 3 games is not what you would expect. The Bills' offense has been a little underperforming so far, at least in the passing game. But their defense has been very solid, and that's helped them to get 2-1. Here's Thurman Thomas. Puts his head down, runs over a man, and then kind of loses his balance and goes down after 6 yards. Last week, 65 yards on the season. He has 261 yards, just the 1 touchdown. So Kelly has only 1 touchdown passing. Thurman Thomas has only 1 touchdown running. It's been mostly the defense that have led the Bills to the 2-1 record. Kelly now in all kinds of trouble. He gets it out to Thurman Thomas. That's a first down and more. Up to the 29-yard line. Thurman Thomas does it all, of course. Great receiver, great runner. Now they'll turn and hand it to him again. Thurman Thomas gets stuck at first, but then he explodes across the first down. So, 3 plays. We've had 2 runs to Thomas for 20 yards and 1 pass to Thomas for 10 yards. 3 plays, 30 yards, all to Thurman Thomas. And if that's your game plan, that's a pretty good one. Until he gets tired, of course. And in comes Kenneth Davis to give Thurman Thomas a break, but he does a nice little move and gets 8 yards on that carry. So the Bills out to prove something to the Falcons that their offense is capable. And up to Kenneth Davis again, and he'll bust through for a first down. So the Bills are coming out running the ball. This is the last of the early games. So you will see all the early game scores going on there. You see the Vikings taking the lead on the Lions 3-0. Andre Reed last week, just the 1 catch for 53 yards. On the season, he has 6 catches, but under 100 yards after 3 games. So we need a breakout game from Andre Reed. Soon you would expect. Kelly over the middle to Metzelars, and he's all the way down inside the 15. So Kelly 3 of 3. Bills running well. Kelly on target so far. This is a perfect opening drive to this point. Kelly from the shotgun now. They'll swing it out to Thurman Thomas, who gets down to the 5-yard line. Thurman Thomas has touched the ball 4 or 5 times. Kelly is perfect. Reed's been involved. Really everything the Bills wanted to do on the opening drive, except for the touchdown, has been done so far. And then it all falls apart as Thurman Thomas gets hit, fumbles the football. Deion Sanders picks it up, and now he's gone. Deion Sanders with a defensive touchdown, and just like that, the Bills go from looking good to down by a touchdown. Primetime Deion Sanders, not the interception. This time he's there to pick up a fumble, but once he got out in the open, you saw that speed. He just runs away from the field. 6-0 Falcons. Now BB take it from the 1 across the 20 and gets out to the 25-yard line. So the Bills were looking good until the fumble, and now they find themselves down by 7 total yards. They had 78 yards on that opening drive, but obviously no points. They'll hand it off to Thurman Thomas. He spins away from 1 tackler, but the Falcons are there to rally this time. 4 carries, 15 yards for Thomas. Turn the hand off to Kenneth Davis this time, and he'll explode across the 30. So Kenneth Davis has already had 3 carries for 25 yards. Actually outperforming Thurman Thomas on the ground so far, but the combination of the two has really ripped off some yardage here early. But there's the offensive line starting before the center stamps the ball. That's going to cost the Bills 5 yards. See the Jets take the lead on the Jaguars 7-0. Niners and Cardinals, that will be the afternoon game this broadcast this week in week 4. Jim Kelly in trouble. Down he goes. Barnett comes in and gets the sack. And the Bills fumbled on the first drive. They will be punting here on their second drive. 4th sack of the season for Barnett so far in game number 4. Tootin will punt this one. Nice punt all the way back to the 30. Deion makes one move, but the second man puts him down. So out comes the Atlanta offense. They went 3 and out, but then their defense got a touchdown. So they come back out with a lead now. And there you see the winless Lions have tied the undefeated Vikings 3-3. And off to Broussard, he slams and spins and fights his way for a first down, a 10-yard carry. Broussard has been the best running back of the Falcons running backs so far to start best era football. I don't know if he needs to be bowed to. He hasn't been that great, but out of their triple-headed threat, he has been the better of the three. But this time they'll give it to Pegram, and he gets just a couple. There you see the undefeated Panthers take the lead on the 85 Patriots. A surprise 96 Panthers being undefeated, and it looks like they're going to continue as they score first in their game. Miller play action pass now. They pick up the Sackers, and Miller delivers 20-yard reception there. Pegram through the line, first down, up to the 17-yard line. And up to Pegram again, and this time nothing. Quick move in first quarter. We're down to just 2 minutes left in the quarter. Falcons threatening to put more points on the board. Miller from the shotgun. Puts the ball on the money to Pritchard. Miller has started off 3 of 3. And this will bring up 3rd and 4. Miller drops back. Good protection. Hits Bartuski. Inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college? Sacked at the 10. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright. And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset.
Miller hands off to Pegram. He breaks the tackle inside the 5.
Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal for the 2 of the 3 in that area. What do you do?
So the first quarter comes to an end. The 91 Falcons on top of the 90 Bills, 7-0. This is a big play to start the second quarter. If the Falcons punch it in, they will be up by 14 points. They'll hand it off to Broussard, and big Jeff Wright slams the door on that proposition. And out comes Norm Johnson, who has been very effective as the place kicker for the Falcons so far in best era football. Good snap, easy kick right down the middle. Norm Johnson extends it to a 10-point lead, so the 91 Falcons up 10-0. Take a quick chance to go over the divisions again. Remind you who is in the divisions, especially if you're just joining best era football and you haven't gone back and watched the other games yet. The 91 Falcons, first of all, every team in best era football is a playoff team, so get that out of the way right now. The 91 Falcons, of course, a playoff team, but did not make it to a Super Bowl or anything. But they're in a unique division where nobody in the division made it. So currently the 96 Panthers lead the division. They made it to the NFC Championship game, but not the Super Bowl. The 1992 Saints, obviously a playoff team, but no Super Bowl berth. And then there's these 91 Falcons, and then currently in last is the 1999 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who did not make it to the Super Bowl, but did play in the NFC Championship game. So that division's wide open. In the AFC East, you have this Buffalo Bills team did make it to the Super Bowl, lost, and then made it the next 3 consecutive years, 91, 92, and 93. Lost all 4 Super Bowls, but obviously a hell of a team if you can go 4 straight times to the Super Bowl. So they're about as good as you can be without being one of the champions that are in this league. Then you have the '84 Dolphins. Marino's record-setting second year as a pro quarterback, and they made it to the Super Bowl but lost. Then you have the 1985 New England Patriots. Of course, they made it to the Super Bowl. They lost, and they were blown out, but still, they were in the Super Bowl. So you have 3 teams that all won the AFC but lost in the Super Bowl. And then the 4th team to round it out. Oh, wow, that was a lucky play. Jim Kelly got hit, fumbled the football. Jesse Tuggle lit him up. And that had a chance to be the 2nd defensive touchdown of the day for the Falcons. But luckily, the Bills' offensive lineman was able to react to get back there and get the ball. The other team in the East is your 1985 New York Jets. So they are in a little bit of a hole as they are currently 0-3 starting the season. And they're the only team in that division that did not make it to the Super Bowl. So they clearly are considered the favorites, if you call them that, the favorites to finish in last, and they are currently in last. So, but both these divisions are very competitive. Again, the NFC South seems to be wide open. The AFC East seems to be 3 teams are very competitive to each other, with one team a little bit behind in the New York Jets. So the Bills, Tootin does a nice job getting the punt down to the 3-yard line. Bills need a defensive stop here, already down by 10 points. Pegram starts off by running through Bruce Smith, although Bruce Smith still makes the tackle. Sometimes when you have star players on the defensive line, coaches like to run right at them rather than running away from them and just letting them run them down from behind. There's Miller on target again. Miller has started off 5 for 5, and that's good news for Falcon fans, as he can be a little bit streaky when he's on. This offense moves the ball, and you've seen they've already won 2 games. When he's off, he might throw 5 interceptions in a game. So the Bills come up with a nice big stop there on 3rd down. Bullhage now punting from his end zone. And he will get it out to Edwards. Spin move at the 30, 35, 40. Gets out to the 44-yard line, and the Bills will have good field position. Now, a couple big things have gone wrong for the Bills early. But it's 10-0, and they're really just a few first downs away from being in field goal range. See, the Bills actually have more total yards, but they're down by 10 points. Play action pass now. Kelly will sling it downfield, and ooh, that was dangerous. Tim McKyer got a hand on it, but did not reel in the interception. This Falcon secondary will hold on to the ball typically, so you do not want to put errant passes out there. Kelly steps back. Now he's going to roll out to the right. Looks like he's going to tuck it and run for it and bull his way for the first down. So Jim Kelly taking matters into his own hands. Not sure if the coach wants to see that often as he put the shoulder down, but he did pick up the first down. It just seemed a moment where Jim Kelly said, we have to get points on this drive. Play action pass again. Kelly will sling it downfield, and he's got McKellar down to the 25-yard line. Kelly 7 of 9 for 93 yards. Good start for Jim Kelly. But still no points for the Bills. They have had a hard time scoring points here in Best Era Football for whatever reason. Hand off to Thurman Thomas, and he stays on his feet but can't really go anywhere. 2-yard gain. Kelly now from the shotgun. I'll hand it to Kenneth Davis, who fights his way down to the 19-yard line. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Kelly now will sling it out to McKellar, and he will get the first down up to the 11-yard line. So a few 3rd down conversions here by the Bills. They're fighting their way down the field. That's a play action. Pass Kelly in trouble. Hit and dumped back at the 19-yard line. Loss of 8. There is a flag. That's holding on the Bills, but even the holding didn't stop the Falcons from getting home. Of course, the Falcons will decline that penalty and take the sack. 2nd and 16 now. Hand it off to Davis. He'll get across the 15 and fight his way down across the 10. Another flag, though. This will be back-to-back holding penalties on the Bills. This time on Will Wolford, and they will accept this one. So we're all the way back to a 2nd and goal from the 26-yard line. Oh my gosh, and now the Bills' left side of the line jumps. That's another 5 yards. And now maybe we're getting a look at why the Bills are having a hard time putting points on the board, as they are now 2nd and goal, but from the 31-yard line. What is happening? Hand up to Thurman Thomas. He goes nowhere. There's finally no laundry on the field, but we're talking about a 3rd and 30. I guess technically they can get a first down inside the 1 without getting a touchdown, but they're 30 yards away right now. This is a tough field goal at this point. Kelly spins, fires down the middle of the field, and has McKellar. And that's a huge gain of about 28 yards, but not enough for a first down. 4th and 2, and Scott Norwood will come out to at least get points on the board. And he does put that through, so the Bills are on the board. But it was a fight to get there with all the penalties. 10-3. This, depending how the last 2 minutes go here, this might be the fastest half played in best era football. Here's Dion. Up to the 27-yard line. Okay, 2:15 left in the first half. 91 Falcons lead the 90 Bills by the score of 10-3. Hand up to Pegram. He breaks one tackle, but Wright is there to knock him down after a gain of 5, I'm sorry. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So quickly, a very quick first half indeed so far. We're at the 2-minute warning. 91 Falcons and the 90 Bills, both teams trying to get to 3-1. Right now it's the Falcons leading by a touchdown. And there you see it's gone final. The New Orleans Saints of 1992 have beaten the 1984 Miami Dolphins. That's a nice catch by Andre Rison. Chris Miller's still perfect, 6 of 6. But that is the first loss for the 84 Dolphins. And that means the Bills, if they win this game, the Buffalo Bills can move into first place tie with the Dolphins. It also means if the Falcons lose, the Saints have caught them. So, interesting things to both of these teams here in that one. And also, did you see the score? 13-3 is what it was. So the 92 Saints not only went into Miami to take on an undefeated Dolphins team, but they stopped Marino to just 3 points. It's pretty impressive defensive performance, to say the least. And there's Miller again. Miller on fire, 8 of 8. And the Falcons are looking for more points. The Bills can only hope to contain him to a field goal at this point. Miller. Oh, he gets hit. He fumbles the football, and the Bills recover. Cornelius Bennett hits Miller. He fumbles the football. And I think it was Darryl Talley that recovered. It's going to be holding on the Vikings. What? Holding on Jamie Dukes of the Falcons, obviously. And so that fumble stops the Falcons, as Miller still has not thrown any completion, but he does now have a fumble. And let's see if Jim Kelly will do something with it in the last 50 seconds. Waiting, stepping up, fires incomplete. Kelly not bad at 9 of 12. So both quarterbacks have been pretty accurate so far. Kelly now, quick throw, Andre Reed. Oh, Reed dropped the ball. I thought Reed had it, but apparently it came out. So now, 3rd and 10. Will the Bills decide to run the ball and have a better chance of getting this into the locker room, or are they going to go for it? Kelly's going to throw. And he completes to Lofton. Nope, Lofton dropped the ball too. So the Falcons are hitting today, and the Bills receivers are not hanging on to the ball. So the turnover stops the Falcons, but the Bills do nothing with it. And now they will punt. The Falcons still have all 3 timeouts if they want to try to do anything. And as we kind of predicted, this last 2 minutes of the first half has taken almost as long as the rest of the first half, as we were on a significantly fast pace. Best era record setting pace, really. But the last minute and a half has taken about 5 minutes. Miller will give it to Broussard, and that should probably do. I don't think either team's going to call the timeout. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Will the Falcons do one more play? Yes. And to Broussard one more time, and he goes nowhere. So that does it for the first half. At the end of the first half, your 1991 Atlanta Falcons, the home team, leads the 1990 Buffalo Bills by the score of 10-3. Of course, the difference is that fumble returned for a touchdown by Deion Sanders. Bills will start with the ball in the second half. Again, the Bills are 2-1, near the top of the league in many defensive categories, but their offense has been solid. Running the ball has been disappointing. Passing the ball so far in the first 3 games, and as far as points go, they've been very disappointing. Just 3 more points here in the first half. There's Thurman Thomas running into his own lineman, and that allows him to only get 5 yards. Kelly, quick drop. We'll go to Metzelars, and that's a first down. Single back now. 2 tight end set. They'll give it to Thurman Thomas, and he will fight his way through for about 3 more yards. He's up to 26 yards on 9 carries. Brian Jordan's up to 6 tackles already from the safety spot. The Bills have run 30 plays, 15 runs, 15 passes. They'll give it to Thurman Thomas again. He'll follow blockers up near the first down marker. I think he's short, though. He's inches short. Bring up 3rd and inches. The way the Bills have been running, they should be able to run for it, but Kelly comes out in the shotgun. And Thurman Thomas will run it out of the shotgun and pick up the first down. There's the handoff to Thurman. Just puts his head down and gets the first down. Thurman Thomas can do it all. He's got the speed to run outside. He's got the toughness to run inside. He catches the ball in the backfield. He's a good blitz pickup guy. Really just a MVP quality running back. It's been held in check so far by the 91 Falcons, however. 2nd and 8 now. Kelly. It's hit as he throws it. And I think that is complete to Metzelars. It is. Nice catch, Metzelars. He now has 4 receptions on the day. 3rd and 5 coming up. Kelly from the shotgun again. Steps up, fires to no one. I mean, he threw it to someone, but the guy was 3 yards out of bounds, so I'm not sure what Jim Kelly was thinking on that particular throw, but the Bills will come out to punt. Tootin trying to down one inside the 20 again. Let's see, he's going to angle it. It does go out at the 7-yard line. Another terrific punt by Tootin. Oh my gosh, the Panthers are up 27-2 on the Patriots. And there you see the Jets trailing 17-14. The Dolphins already lost, so the entire AFC East is losing at the moment. Quick pass to Andre Rison. Now we almost forgot, Chris Miller has still not thrown an incompletion. He's 9 for 9 in this game. Hand up to Broussard. He'll get the first down across the 20. And there's an injury to someone. Get up, Rison. All right. Doesn't seem to be anyone important, at least. Neither one of these teams are experiencing significant injury problems. I think they each have an injury to an average player, starter on their team. No superstars are hurt, so that's good, and that helps you get to a 2-1 record, of course. They would like to keep it that way. There's a handoff to Broussard again, just enough for a first down. Both defenses playing well. Offense is playing well enough to get first downs and take time off the clock, but not well enough to put points on the board. Miller turns, he'll hand it to Pegram this time. And Pegram's carried the ball 9 times for 31 yards. We're halfway through the 3rd quarter. 91 Falcons still lead the 90 Bills 10-3. Miller turns, hands it to Broussard, puts his head down, slams forward. He's up to 31 yards on 7 carries. So Pegram has 9 carries for 31 yards. Broussard has 7 carries for 31 yards. Rozier has not touched the ball much. I think he has just 1 or 2 carries. There you see the undefeated Vikings taking the lead on the winless Lions. Hand up to Pegram. Oh, Kirby Jackson's going to stop him. Nice play by the corner to come up. Kirby Jackson came right up and stopped him, the first down marker, and then Bruce Smith finished it off. But that was a good play by a physical corner, Kirby Jackson. That is all the way into the end zone for the touchback. And look at the Lions come right back. It's now 25-23 in that one. Okay, Kelly from the shotgun now. He'll turn, he'll give it to Thurman Thomas, who fights his way for just another 2 yards. Slowly adding yardage to his total, but he's up to 40 now. Kelly now. He will throw the swing pass to Thurman Thomas, and that's another no gain. Thurman Thomas has 3 receptions. He's carried the ball 13 times, caught the ball 3 times, 16 touches. It's about what you want from Thurman Thomas. Just no explosive plays by Thurman yet. Kelly will roll to his left this time. Now he'll sling it across the middle of the field. Very dangerous, and that is picked off. Raid with the interception, and the Falcons get their 2nd turnover. First one led to a defensive touchdown. Now this one has the Falcons in great field position. And the difference in the game is the turnovers so far. Let's see how much the Falcons capitalize on this one. Rozier in there. They'll give it to him. He will get past the first line of defense and inside the 30-yard line. Only his 2nd carry. Baltimore takes the lead on Pittsburgh. That's the 97 Steelers, who are trailing the 2000 Baltimore Ravens. And one of the few undefeated teams, the Cincinnati Bengals of 1988. Oh my gosh, look at, did you see that? The Dallas Cowboys of 1993, one of the few undefeated teams coming into this week, are getting absolutely shell-shocked by against the Rams of 99. It was 35-3 Rams. Miller completes to Broussard. Miller, 11 of 11. And 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Falcons up by 7, looking for more. 42-10 now the Rams lead. Pegram with a huge hole. He's up to the 13-yard line. 2nd and inches coming up. Man, I cannot believe the Rams are just having their way with the Cowboys. Miller, quick drop. He'll sling it out to Bartluski, sorry. And that is a first down. Less than 1 minute left. Bartluski's already up to 6 catches. 1st and goal for the Falcons. Late third quarter. Miller turns, hands it to Pegram. Inside the 5, touchdown, Eric Pegram. That's Pegram's first rushing touchdown. And with 45 seconds left in the third, the 91 Falcons take a commanding 17-3 lead on the 1990 Buffalo Bills. And Chris Miller is still at 100% completion percentage. What a game for the 91 Falcons so far. 14 points off of the 2 Buffalo turnovers. Total yards, you see Buffalo actually has more total yards, but again, 2 turnovers has led to 14 points for the Falcons, and that's the difference in the game. Kelly will turn, he'll hand it to Thurman Thomas, and now the Falcons are stopping Thurman from even getting yardage. Falcons are gaining confidence as the game goes on. Things are getting harder for the Bills, play after play. And on the last play of the third quarter, Thurman Thomas will get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Okay. The Bills have put 3 points on the board in 3 quarters and trail by 2 full touchdowns going into the final quarter. Jim Kelly rolls out to the right. He fires complete to Andre Reed across midfield. Andre Reed finally finds some open space, but Kelly was across the line when he threw it. Another game drive destroying penalty by the Buffalo Bills, and they will be forced to punt. The Bills need to get out of their own way on offense. Turnovers and penalties have turned this, decent offensive performance. Not anything special, but they have done some things. They just, with the penalties and the turnovers, it has gone from solid offensive performance to a pathetic one. There's a handoff Broussard. He has 8 carries for 31 yards. Pegram is winning the battle of the Falcon running backs today. You see running yards are about dead even. Passing yards, Buffalo has a slight advantage. Points, Falcons are all over it, 17-3. Third and 10. Chris Miller has completed every pass that he has thrown. He just hasn't thrown many. Miller. Waiting, still waiting all day. Looks deep. And that's knocked away. And that's the first incompletion of Chris Miller's day as he tried to go for the big one to end the game. But the Bills' secondary was there to stop it. 13 minutes left in this one. Falcons lead by 2 touchdowns here at home. That punt is too strong. Another touchback. But the only thing the Falcons have done wrong is Full H has not been able to get the ball inside the 20. He has consistently punted touchbacks. But the Bills haven't been able to go 80 yards without self-destructing, either turning it over or penalties, so it has been a good strategy. There's a completion of Thurman Thomas underneath, a couple of yards. The Bills only have 111 yards passing. 89 yards running to the right at 200 total yards. Kelly from the shotgun. Spins out left. Tucks it. Looks like he's going to run. Made a decision way too quick to run, but he might be bailed out if this is a face mask. It is going to be a face mask on the Falcons, and so now, finally, it's the Falcons that commit the penalty. And that gives the Bills a free first down. Let's see if that gets the Bills started by being handed the first down. Kelly now. Steps up, slings it deep, and that could have been intercepted by Brian Jordan. It was not. Looking for Don Beebe, underthrew it. Kelly down. Throws it to Edwards. It's short of the first down, but it is close now, 3rd and 3. 11.5 minutes left in this one. That was Edwards' first catch of the game. Kelly hits McKellar, who holds on for the first down. Keith McKellar, 4th catch of the game. The tight ends, McKellar and Metzelaars, have showed up. The James Lofton, I don't even know if he has a catch, and Reed, I think, has just the 1 catch for 6 yards. Now they are going up against a very good quarterback tandem in Deion Sanders and Tim McKyer, so I guess that is not surprising news. Kelly's had to go to his other weapons. Play action pass now, Kelly. Kelly in trouble, and down he goes. Barnett's 3rd sack of the day, and the pocket was actually okay. The pocket was fine. Kelly went out to the right, and that was the only place there was any pressure, so that he almost sacked himself on that one. And up to Thurman Thomas, the Falcons aren't falling for it, and that was a relatively stupid play call. And now it's a 3rd and 24. They'll hand it up to Kenneth Davis. And just punt the ball. That was a give-up call, I guess. Would have preferred to see like a screen pass or something if you just wanted to be conservative. Tootin will punt this one. Deion will have a chance. 20-25. He's brought down to 29. Falcons come out. They've been running the ball fairly well, and Miller has been very accurate. So right now they need to pick up a few first downs and drain some clock. Hand up to Pegram. Huge hole up the middle, and he slams his way down to the 43-yard line. 13 carries, 64 yards, and of course the touchdown for Pegram. The Falcons are now over 100 yards on the ground. Falcons have actually ran it more than they've passed it today. Miller, quick throw to level, and that is another first down. Miller, 13 of 14 for 123 yards. Very accurate, but only 123 yards. It's just the way the game has played out with the Bills sabotaging themselves. The Falcons are just mainly trying to drain clock here, which is not the typical 91 Falcon way, but anything that gets you to 3-1. 3-1 would put them even with the what looks like the Rams and Cowboys are both going to be after that one. Barlewski drops this ball, and that finally stops the clock. 6.5 minutes to go. The Bills already having to worry about the clock. This has been a very quick game. Miller now on 3rd and 6. If he comes through on this, it might put the game away. It's complete inside the red zone. The Falcons are just punishing the Bills now, 17-3 already. And the Bills want no part of this NFC South as the 96 Panthers just whooped them on the last time they were broadcast, and now the 91 Falcons are doing the same. I don't know if it's just the Bills can't play on the road or if they hate this division, but this is back-to-back. I'm sorry, not back-to-back. They've won in between, but week 2 and week 4 they played NFC South opponents, and they're not doing anything offensively in either one of those games. Hand off to Rozier. He's down. The Bills' wins have come against the 85 New York Jets and the 1998 Denver Broncos. Both of those teams enter today winless, so the Bills might have big problems. They have only beaten teams that have never won games. Although there you see the Jets are on their way to their first win. Oh boy, there's an interception by Hagee, and let's see if he gets the block. He gets past Miller. And will he get run down from behind by Michael Haynes? No, he will not. It's going to be returned for a defensive touchdown. Wow. Wow. The game was over. The Falcons were up by 14, about to be up by at least 17. And then Miller, who's been very accurate, finally turns the ball over, which he does do occasionally, or every play against the Packers. And Hagee returns it. Michael Haynes dives a little too early, but Hagee returns it 90-something yards. Norwood puts the point after through, and now all of a sudden we have a game with 4 minutes to go. It's 17-10. Each defense has scored a touchdown. The Falcons' offense has scored a touchdown. The Bills' offense has not, and that's the difference. 17-10. Atlanta Falcons lead. Both defenses have been very good. The Falcons offense has been pretty good. Bills offense has been riddled with problems, penalties, and turnovers. Pegram, wow. Pegram just kept fighting and kept going backwards. And that's a 5-yard loss in total. But the Falcons are working on the clock at this point. A couple first downs away from winning this thing. Miller is going to throw. He's got all day, and now he decides to just tuck it and run, and he'll slide after a nice 10-yard scramble, his first scramble of the day. And that brings up a 3rd and 4, and we're under 3 minutes to go. If they pick up this first down, then you're starting to work on the 2-minute warning and the timeouts, and this game will be almost over. Miller, quick throw, that's complete to level. And that should take us down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go in this one. Falcons up by 7 with the ball. And let's see here, if they wanted to be ultra conservative, they could kneel 3 times. That would take away the 3 timeouts, but would give the Bills the ball back with plenty of time. So you can't be that conservative. They may run the ball, though, at least on 1st and 2nd down. Let's see here. 2 tight end set, pretty conservative for a 91 Falcons team. They'll give it to Broussard. He fights his way for a yard or 2, and there's the first timeout of the Buffalo Bills. 2nd and 9 now. 2 tight end set, but only 1 running back is Pegram, and the Bills are all over that. So predictably, the Falcons run on the first 2. Bills were all over those plays, and now here's 3rd and 10. What do you do here? Do you run and just make the Bills use their last time out with no real chance to get the first down, or do you take a chance to win it right here? Miller is going to just hand it off to Broussard. Glanville not taking the chance. Bills all over that play. They guessed right, just went with the conservative approach. Falcons took away the 2-minute warning and all 3 timeouts, so that was the minimum of what they wanted to do. But the Bills defense did the minimum of what they wanted to do, which was get the ball back with at least some time on the clock. Kelly, it's another touchback. Fullhage not messing around, just saying, you know what, see if you can go 80 yards. So, Andre Reed's done almost nothing today, but Dion is covering him, so there's that. Will he do something on this last drive? Can he get the better of Deion Sanders at some play? During this drive, he's talking in the huddle right now. Jim Kelly has 102 seconds to work with, but he's got to go 80 yards. First play is very important on these type of drives, and Kelly will throw it to Scott Case for a touchdown. Well, that should do it. Unbelievably, Kelly just throws the ball right to Scott Case, who just says, all right, thank you, and takes the touchdown. Didn't even make any sense to throw it there. There was really no receiver in the area. It's almost as if Kelly was paid off to lose this game on that play. So that's defensive touchdown number 2 for the Falcons, number 3 for the game. We've had 2 pick sixes and a fumble return for a touchdown. Very strange game indeed. Falcons are going to go to 3-1, which Carolina was whooping the Patriots. Did we get a score update on that? Let's see if a score update comes across. 3-1, that'll keep them above the 2-2 Saints. I think the Panthers are winning, which means the 96 Panthers are probably on their way to 4-0. But the Falcons will be right there at 3-1, and it's really bad news for the 99 Bucks who haven't won a game yet. Seeing the Saints at 2-2, the Falcons at 3-1, and the Panthers are 4-0. In the East, the Dolphins lost to get down to 3-1, but the Bills failed to take advantage, so they will fall to 2-2. The Patriots were losing. It looks like they're down to 1-3, and the Jets, even if they win, will only be 1-3. So the Dolphins are going to remain in sole possession of first place, even though they lost. Fourth and 1, the Bills are going for here. They're down by 2 touchdowns. They will hand it off to Thurman Thomas to make sure they get the first down, although there is a flag. Unbelievable. Even on a 4th and 1. Wolford gets caught holding. The Bills continue to try to hurt themselves. And he was actually holding after the first down was already made, which means at 4th and 8. And now, another lineman jumps. The Bills are just falling apart. Turnovers, offensive linemen, penalties. 4th and 13, the game's already over. Kelly will just launch one, and Tasker, Steve Tasker, found his way onto the field on offense, but he's unable to reel that one in. And the Falcons will just do a couple kneels and get out of here. 24-10 win. That was Deion Sanders' 6th pass defended. So he reaches his goal. He also had a defensive touchdown. There's the kneel by Miller. One more of those, and it'll be all over. So the Bills pretty much beat themselves. The Falcons just really started working on the clock, almost knowing that the Bills are not going to do anything offensively. And Miller had a pretty good day, except for the pick 6. Besides that, though, he was very accurate. Not much yards, but did what he needed to do to win. And the 1991 Atlanta Falcons, somewhat of a surprise, find themselves at 3-1. The 1990 Buffalo Bills will drop down to 2-2. And do we know who's being played? The Buffalo Bills, I know, will be going to Cincinnati to play the only, since the Dolphins lost, the only undefeated team left in the AFC is the 1988 Cincinnati Bengals, and that's who the Buffalo Bills will have to play next week. That will be a broadcast game, so we will show you the last undefeated team in the AFC. Will the Bills knock them off? Well, they're going to have to play much better offensively if they're going to knock off the 88 Bengals. Otherwise, they will find themselves under 500. The Falcons, I'm not sure who they play next week, but at 3-1, they are looking poised to make the playoffs. Falcons win in every statistic, and they deserve to win, 24-10. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until next time, this has been Best Era Football. We'll be back. The next game broadcast for Best Era Football will be the 1989 San Francisco 49ers and the 1998 Arizona Cardinals. Should be sometime within the next week. Until then, thanks for watching. Have a good day, everyone. Happy New Year to all, as it is New Year's Eve 2018. So Happy New Year. Hope 2019 is a great start for everyone. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.